Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your first 6 months of 2021 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be located in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. All right. Now let's let the bulls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Excuse me. Sagittarius. The first 6 months of 2021, 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 Sagittarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Excuse me. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Fantastic. Just going to move my camera back just a little bit so you guys can see better. I hope that's good. All right. Now we're going to see about the 6 months. We're going to lay out the 6 months all right up here. We're going to start off with the chakra energy, and this is the overview reading for the 6 months. Or not even the overview, it's like a more in-depth understanding. So let's see here. Sagittarius. The first 6 months of 2021, Sagittarius. The first 6 months of 2021, Sagittarius. The first 6 months of 2021, Sagittarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Ooh. Okay. And show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Excuse me, I do apologize. And now let's see your spirit animal. Message for this time. Sagittarius, the first 6 months of 2021, Sagittarius. The first 6 months of 2021, Sagittarius. The first 6 months of 2021, Sagittarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. And now for your major arcana. The first 6 months of 2021, Sagittarius. The first 6 months of 2021, Sagittarius. The first 6 months of 2021, Sagittarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Okay. So we're going to start off here with January. We have the crown chakra, the scarab beetle spirit, and the Empress. Oh, I love that. Then for February, we have the third eye chakra, the dolphin spirit, and the strength card. Then we have the heart chakra for March, the cat spirit, and justice. For April, we have the throat chakra, the turtle spirit, and the devil. May, oh, my favorite card. This is also the crown chakra, the spider spirit. Oh, I love that card too. And judgment. And then for June, we have the earth star chakra, located 6 inches below your feet, the wolf spirit, and the chariot. Awesome. That's really beautiful. Okay, so let's see what the tarot here has to say. This is, the left-hand side is your inner self. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. We have justice coming through. Again, you have that repeated in March. The chariot, okay, that's in June. The sun, and the 5 of cups. So Sagittarius, you have only one minor arcana card here. The rest are all major arcana. This is a heavy-hitting internal time for you during the 6 months, the first 6 months of 2021. Then we have the 4 of Wands, the Tower, the 7 of Cups, and the Page of Wands. This is you coming through as a student, which is a really lovely place to be. Then we have the Empress, crowning your public arena. This is also seen in January. We have the 10 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, oh, and the Fool. Oh, I love that. Okay, so that's really, really pretty. Okay. So let's start with January. We have the crown chakra, meditation. We have the scarab beetle, magic works through you. Now, the scarab beetle was also sacred in ancient Egypt. So you have a sacred approach as you move forward. And then you have the Empress. Now, the Empress is claiming a voice you thought was lost, a power, a ability to create the world. It's that you want, but it's not always going to go the way that you want it. It's kind of like whenever you do anything in this world. It's like, oh, you think it'll go this way. And then you see, it's like, oh, there are twists and turns that you never could have planned for. So that is going to be a very powerful energy moving forward. It's like you are claiming strength, you are claiming power, you are claiming prosperity. Now we start off with meditation. January is going to be a time for contemplating, for stepping back, for really connecting with what your heart wants, with what your soul desires, and really having this connection with your heart chakra through your crown chakra. It's like your heart and your mind are coming together, which is really cool because I see us as emotional beings. And as emotional beings, we need to pay attention and pay homage to our hearts, to our souls, to the way that we feel things. But we also need to be logical, because that's an important factor in the world and in ourselves. So having the heart and the mind come together and not being so emotional as to be irrational or so logical as to be coldly rational, you find yourself seeking for that middle point. And here there's a sense of stepping back, of connection with your inner self, connecting with what you truly desire from life. And seeing that open up the world to you, open up your passion, open up what you desire, open up more than what you expected. And it brings you to the scarab beetle. It says magic works through you. Now, I see magic. Now, it can be conjuring magic if that's what you're into, but I see magic as the God's head living within us, being a part of us, okay, hidden within us. Brahma said in Hinduism, I hide the God's head within man because that is the one place he will never look for it. And we have that repeated through all different, religious motifs. And so here, there is this sense of power lying within. And as you embrace this, the magic works through you. The magic works with you. There is a beauty, a magic, a potency to your life that you hadn't expected, that you hadn't seen before. It gives you wings. It brings forward something really, really, really enchanting. And then it brings you to the Empress. Now here, the Empress claims her throne. She's sitting on her throne. She's pregnant. So this is being pregnant with possibilities, opportunities. This is the creative energy flowing through you, with you, moving you forward. And this is really embracing love, desire, hopes, and dreams. This is a power that you didn't know you had. This is a voice you might have thought you lost. This is a purpose forward that is more than what you expected. And as you embrace this energy, you find yourself sitting in and claiming your truth more and more come the beginning of the year, come January of 2021. It's like, this is more of what I need, of what I want, of what I desire in my life, of who I am. You're breaking out of a shell and you're claiming a truth. And then we move to February, where we have the third eye chakra, visualization. What you focus on, what you see, is what becomes. And then this leads you to the dolphin spirit. This and that are true. There are two sides to every story, right? And in the middle is the truth. That's an old saying. And here you're going to really see that. You're going to be able to see the duality of the world and the duality of yourself. And then we have strength, which is a Leo energy, time frame, July 23rd to August 22nd. So here you are visualizing, you're seeing things more openly, more honestly. Your third eye is opening. You are looking at things in greater truth with yourself, in greater alignment with yourself, being more focused, being more connected with who you are and where you want to be. So as you visualize, you become. And as you become, you see more. And so the old traps that you were once in, the old sense of, oh, I can't move forward this way, the old sense of, this isn't for me, or I just can't see it. It's kind of like, when you have a dream and you have something that you really desire, but you can't see it actually happening now. You can see it in the future. It's like, yeah, I definitely see that, but you can't see it now. And this is going to be a very important thing for you, because you're taking those dreams that you have and you're putting them in the present, and you're visualizing yourself walking forward in that truth, in that passion, in that power. And this is when this and that are true. This is when the dolphin spirit comes in and you're jumping over peace, over a sense of enlightenment, over a sense of more. And you move towards this and that being true. You move towards the fact of, everybody doesn't have to agree with me, and I don't have to agree with everyone. But I move forward in my truth as I see it at this time, because you are visualizing a greatness. You are holding in your third eye something so much more. It's a sacred truth. Those dreams that we have, that we put on the shelf, and it's like, it's too beautiful, it's too sacred, it's too much a part of me to have it be sullied by the light of day. You're taking those dreams and you're bringing them forward. And there's a journey here, because there's this connection with that inner creativity, with that magic within, and that meditation upon the heart. And then you see it, you feel it. It's like, oh, this is it. And then you start to broaden your horizon, broaden your understanding, and it brings you to really embracing your eternal strength. This is strength of personality. This is strength of kindness. This is strength of determination. And it opens up doors for you. It really does. You are going to find that strength is not brute force strength. And you're actually going to be rather repelled by people who are a bit of a bully. A bit of a bully. Sit there and think, oh, I can just, push through. It's always worked. It's not going to work with you. You stand in a strength that is so much more and has so much more power behind it. And then it leads you to March. We have forgiveness, the heart chakra. Now, this is a heavy hitter. And then we have the cat spirit. Claim your independence. Claim your independence. Justice, which is discernment. Balancing the scales. Being discerning about the energy that you let into your life. Being discerning about the power that guides you forward. Being discerning about the way that you see things. Everything is not black and white. We like to think it is. White page, black print, there you go. Those are the rules. Set. Now, everybody just has to live like this. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. This is discernment of character. This is sitting there and saying, there's some energy I want around me and there's some energy I don't. And you have that right. And so here with forgiveness, with the heart chakra, you're going to find in March that there is a need to forgive and move forward. It can be others. I'm not letting you have that power over me to judge my life, to claim who I am or what I want, or, to have your negative words pinballing in my head, just echoing around in my mind, making me feel like I can't. I just can't. But more importantly, and here's the humdinger, right, is that the heart chakra is telling us that we have to forgive ourselves for putting so much faith in a person who betrayed us, for thinking that things could be different when they weren't, giving chances time and time again to people who didn't deserve them. The heart chakra is the depth of our feelings, the very essence of ourselves, our hearts and our souls, so tremendously intertwined that they are one. And this is forgiveness. This is the I forgive myself for, and it can be things that you never thought you had to forgive yourself for. I will use a personal example. I forgive myself for being a bit deaf when I was little, being a bit blind when I was little. These were things I could not control. But still I need to forgive. And I needed to forgive to be able to move forward. These might be things that you didn't know you held to you. You didn't know hurt you so badly. I forgive because I am free. You're not forgiving people and you're not forgiving situations because you want to go back and break bread with them. No, that's not the case at all. So you don't get to have power over my life anymore. It's mine. And I'm the most powerful person in the arena of my existence. I forgive because I am free. And then you claim your independence. It's like this heartbreak, this pain, this disappointment, it shatters away. You claim your independence. You claim your truth. You might be a little aloof, very kind of cat-like, okay, in March, where you want to be around people when you want to be around them, and then you kind of disappear. So that's a powerful truth for you. Here to claim your independence, to know what you desire. And then as you do this, you are discerning. You are discerning about the energy that you let into your life. You are embracing justice, not just for others. We sit there and we think, oh, okay, this is activism. This is, all this good stuff, right? And that's true too. But it's also being just to you. It's also looking at things and saying, if I can be just one semblance of peace within this world, if I can grow that seed within me of peace, of harmony, of love, of acceptance, of sacredness for myself, because that's the theme of January, and it carries through all the way through these 6 months. Then I've achieved greatness. Then the world becomes more just, if just by one person. Remember, one drop of water can flood the ocean. We think, oh, it's just. It's like, no, it's a big deal. And so you embrace that energy, and it moves you forward to April. And we have communication, the throat chakra. This is listening, and this is talking. This is communicating on multifaceted different levels. And then the sea turtle spirit, the turtle spirit, it says slow and steady wins the race. We give ourselves time frames. It's like, you have to achieve by this time. You have this and that, and it has to be done. If not, you failed. Why? Why? You look at the devil. And the devil is the hurts, the pains, the disappointments, the angers, the upsets, the upheavals, the things that we are chained to. It's addictions. And it's like, no more. You are communicating on a higher level. And Sagittarius, you have a tendency to communicate on higher levels than those around you. And so you're taking in information, and you might feel in April information overload. It's like, whoa, a lot is coming out at me really, really fast. So you're taking things in. You have to release some things. It doesn't matter. It's like the person can be upset, or this could be going pear-shaped. It's like, okay, fine. But don't stop communicating. Don't stop using this as kind of your superpower for this time, because you're taking in everything. You're not just taking in what people want you to see, want you to say, want you to hear. It's like you're taking in everything. The emotions that surround people. You're taking in their facial expressions, their, the words that are unsaid. And that is why you communicate so absolutely profoundly well during this time. And you're going to want to speed things up because we're human. We like things in our time, and we would like the world to just comply. But here with the turtle spirit, it says slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Do not try, because the devil warns against it. Do not try to keep up with everybody else and say, oh, well, or keep up with a few people. Oh, they had, they got married at this time, or they had kids at this time, or they got this job at this time, and that's what I'm supposed to do. It's your own truth. It's your own time. Or they have this and they have that, and that's what I'm supposed to do. It's like, no, step back. Step back. Break the chains. Break the chains, and know that slowly and steadily you are moving forward in your truth. And as you do so, you embrace your passion. You embrace your power. You see the hurts, the pains, the disappointments, not falling away, because they're always there. We always think about them. They always come up in the back of our mind. But they're not ruling us the way they once were. The devil likes us to stay in pain. The devil likes us to stay in doubt, to look at the world and say, oh, well, I have to keep up with the Kardashians, right? I have to be able to live like this or be like this. And there's a part of you deep down inside that says, why? Why? If it's not adding to your life, then it's subtracting from it. Why do we live chained to what other people expect, other people desire? Why not look at ourselves and our souls and our truth and say, okay, so it doesn't fit into everybody else's mold. So what? It fits into mine. And here's the thing that I think is so terribly interesting, is that even when you think you're going this weird path and that nobody will understand, people do. And people see that path and see that truth. And they think, well, that's really cool. Maybe I can do that too. Maybe I can walk that way too. And you'll start to find more like-minded people. You'll start to find that you radiate, you radiate, and you are radiant with the truth that is you. And that becomes powerful. And that is powerful. And there's a happiness, there's a contentment. And that people pick up on. And then we move to May. And I love the cards that you have for May. We have the I Am Presence of the Crown Chakra. And that's my favorite. That is my favorite chakra card. Then we have the Spider Spirit, Make Your Dreams Real. And we have Judgment. Okay? The heart being judged against a feather. In ancient Egyptian, mythology and religion, this is how your heart was judged to go into the other world. Okay? How you were judged to enter into heaven. And so here, your heart had to be lighter than a feather, which seems like a tall order. But Anubis judged and Anubis knew. And so the I Am Presence here, there is a question. Am I making my dreams a reality? That is going to be a very big question and a very big part of May for you. Am I taking what I want to create, what I need to create within myself, and making it part of my reality, making it part of my truth, making it part of my soul? What web am I weaving for me? And it's not a web of intrigue and deceit and stuff like that. It's a beautiful web that catches the light of the sun, that has dew on it, that, provides substance and food for the spider, that takes time, and that is like nature's, what is it? Nature's, it's Irish lace, right? Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And so the I Am Presence. What do you say to yourself? What are your words? What are you crowning yourself with? With your crown chakra, visualize putting this crown on your head. I am strong. I am prosperous. I am bountiful. I am abundant. I am so much more than I expected. I am power. I am brilliance. Or is it, I'm just making it. I'm failing. I am angry and I am upset and I am overwhelmed and I will never get there. And I know people sit there and say, Dane, why do you say the negative? Just say the positive. Here's the thing with life. And this is something that I hold very true to my heart. As we live and as we develop and as we grow, we don't learn who we are. We innately have that. But we rediscover it because we learn who we're not. We learn the chains that hold us. We learn the doubts and the fears and the anger that bring us down. And so the I am presence, when we have the wake-up call, that the words that we say to ourselves in our own head are crueler and meaner than anything we would say to a stranger on the street, that's when we have to take pause. That's when we have to reevaluate our lives, ourselves, and say, no more. No more. If I can't believe in me, who the heck can? If I can't speak nicely to me, who the heck will? The I am presence. What words do you crown yourself with? What is your truth? It brings you to the spider spirit. Make your dreams real. Make your dreams a reality. Does it take hard work? Absolutely. Does it take sacrifice? You bet ya. Okay? Is it hard and overwhelming? Yes. But make your dreams a reality. And it doesn't mean that your dreams have to be your full-time job. Sometimes we get confused with that. Our dreams can be what we do on the side, but we make time for them every single day. And we start to make our dreams part of the reality that we live. This is, again, something so sacred that we put it on the shelf and we say, it can't. The world can't ruin this for me. The world ruins everything. It's kind of like when your dog takes a piece of paper off of your desk and just chews it up and you're looking at them and you're like, seriously? Seriously? Here, it's that. It's like, no, you will not destroy this. But it's also knowing that to live in truth and power and grace and beauty of self and soul and prosperity of being, we have to have our dreams come forward. And this, if you live with your dreams locked away inside of you, does your heart become heavier than the feather? This is looking at things. And this is escaping the box, right? Because in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this is an angel blowing his trumpet, Gabriel, blowing his trumpet, raising people from their coffins. Okay, this is the resurrection of spirit, of soul, of self, of determination, of grace, of beauty. And so here you're rising up. And you're seeing something so much more. A greater truth, a greater power, a greater reason, a greater being. Your heart is a powerful thing. What you love is astounding. Don't downplay yourself. Don't second guess yourself. Embrace this truth and let it be your truth because it moves you to June. And June, we have the Earth Mother, the wolf spirit, which says turn knowledge into wisdom. And you have the Chariot. So the Earth Mother, Mother Earth, okay, Earth Star Chakra, is you look at Mother Earth. And we think of Mother Earth as this kind, benevolent, loving person. We say, oh, Earth Mother, you're such an Earth Mother. And that just denotes a sense of peace and of calm. But Mother Earth brings us tornadoes and hurricanes and blizzards. Mother Earth destroys as she builds, as she nourishes. So here there's power, tremendous power. It's time to embrace it. It's time to see it. It's time to claim it. It's time to plant yourself in the earth. Just visualize yourself kind of like a tree going down, to stand outside. If you're in the northern hemisphere in the sunlight, if you're in the southern hemisphere and you're all bundled up, but just to feel yourself connecting with the earth and its power. It turns knowledge into wisdom. All the knowledge that you have accumulated over your life, when applied, okay, and when the lessons are truly learned after life has kicked you in the teeth a couple of times, right? Because that's how we learn, right? The knowledge you accumulated becomes wisdom. It becomes wisdom that can be inherited, can be passed down from generation to generation. It becomes a grace and an elegance and an eloquence for which you walk this world with. You embrace this power with. It's truth. It's passion. It's stepping into your own. And then the Chariot. The Chariot is Cancer energy, okay? But the Chariot is also this sense of moving forward in love, in determination. No one and nothing can stop you. As you embrace your love, this is what you're fighting for. It's not that you are... It's not that you're looking for something greater, though at times, of course, we all are. But it's that you know that the stars crown you. You know that divinity walks with you. And you move forward in the daringness of the heart and in the beauty of the soul. And as you do so, you once again claim justice, discernment of character and self. Now this is, of course, a Libra energy, September 23rd to October 22nd. It's its time frame. But this is a sense of being just to you, of sitting there and saying, this is the law of my truth as I know it right now. This is who I am. This is how I spread my wings. This is how I fly forward. And this is what I become. And then it leads you to, again, embracing the Chariot. Now, again, the Chariot, Cancer energy, time frame is June 21st to July 22nd. So here, June 21st to July 22nd, and also here. And this is a moving forward in the knowledge of your heart, in the passion of your truth. This is being a bit daring, okay? Because charioteers, not the ones that sat on the sidelines, okay? Charioteers in the Colosseums, they're like the NASCAR drivers, okay? Totally, actually, probably, I don't know if it's a little bit less dangerous since they couldn't explode and burn the same way, but there was no padding or armor or, protective wear around them. So here, there's that sense of going after what you love and knowing that, yeah, okay, it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. There are going to be bumps along the way. But this is where my heart lies. This is what my truth is. And this is where the justice comes in, of the heart, of the soul, of the self, of the ability to move forward, of the grace and the blessings. And it moves you to the sun. It moves you to just the happiest card in the whole entire tarot deck. This is the Sunbird. It moves you to gracing the skies. I once read a story where, this is, and I believe this is Russian mythology. I can't remember correctly. But this is the way the dawn is called in. And for you, this is the way the dawn is called in. And then, this is the way the twilight is called in. There's beauty here. There's power here. There's grace and there's elegance and there's eloquence and there's a sense of power and understanding and powerful understanding. This is happiness surrounding you in your inner self. If you are just and you listen to your heart, the happiness comes. Do people take you by eyes? Absolutely. Okay? Because people don't do well when they are miserable and others are happy. They just don't. If you can have a lot of money but be miserable, they can be like, oh, okay, fine. So they made it financially great for them, but they're still miserable. And people tend to like that. They tend to like that. Misery loves company. And here, you rise out of misery. You embrace joy and happiness and success and bounty, and you have the Five of Cups. So this is change your mind, you change your whole entire life. You move forward with this power that changes your whole entire life. Instead of focusing on the negative, on the betrayals, on the hurt, the forgiveness comes in. And we see this in March. The forgiveness comes in, the strength, the beauty, the understanding. And there's a weight lifted off your shoulders. It can come way before March. But this is what the cards are showing, okay? And you rise. Do not let people cast shadows over the light that is within you and the light that is you. They will want to take you down. Why? Because they can, and they want to. It gives, it's like Frank Sinatra said, some people get their kicks stomping on a dream. It's true. It was true then. It's true now. It was true way before Sinatra. And it'll be true, 100 years from now. But it's time to embrace your light and your beauty. Because that is something that if you have that in you, yes, you'll have your moments of doubt. And yes, you'll have your moments of losing your way and questioning everything. But didn't Buddha say, question everything, even me? So here, you question. You sit there and you say, oh, is this happiness real? Can I move forward this way? Am I doing the right thing? That just shows that you're learning, you're developing. People who never question, never move forward. And you are a seeker during this time. You are seeking greatness, and greatness is finding you. Okay? And it doesn't have to be the all of a sudden you become a rock star, a movie star, everybody knows your name greatness. Very few people are born to that. And good for them, because it seems terrifying. But here, this is the greatness of the individual. This is the greatness of you. It can be very quiet. It can be very calm. But it is powerful and it is brilliant. And I know I'm starting with the root of you here, but we're going to move to what crowns you in your heart, and it's the Four of Wands. I mean, a better crown for your heart. You could have the Ten of Cups or, the Lovers or something like that. But the Four of Wands, that's amazing. This is a happiness, this is a joy that cannot be denied, that cannot be taken from you. This could be new opportunities in work, in love, in the relationship you have with others, but also mainly in the relationship you have with yourself. This is being comfortable with the four walls that house your soul, your body. This is looking at you and saying, wow, I need to move forward in celebration, in jubilance, in power, in grace, in beauty. I need to. It calls to me. And your heart opens up. And, it's so funny because you have this Four of Wands, this celebration, this happiness, this joy, this just absolute, it's just absolute wonderment coming in. It's like, oh my goodness. And then you have the Tower. And the Tower, it's very interesting because you have the Chariot, you have the Tower, and you have the Ten of Wands. Here you have justice, you have the justice crowning you in your inner self, the Four of Wands crowning you in your heart, and then the Empress crowning you in your emotions. But after each one, there comes a little bit of a battle or a sense of standing your ground and knowing your truth. And so we have the Tower. Now the Tower is change. It's change that cannot be stopped. It's like, ready or not, here it comes. And you're going to sit there and be like, I'm done with the Tower. Dane, I've had the Tower in my life 16 years. Maybe less, maybe more. For some, it's been a lot. The Tower is change that we would not really call upon ourselves to go through if it was our choice. Because it's hard. Change is hard. Human beings, we're not that great with change. We don't really like it. If you're like me, you don't really like it at all. It's like, oh, I'd like things to stay the same. But change comes. And it moves us forward and it kicks us out of our comfort zone. And this is divinity saying, you have to. You have to be kicked out of your comfort zone. You had to face the upsets, the horrors, the tears, the doubts, the fears. Because it's molding your soul in the way divinity needs you to see things. I was having a conversation today, and I was wondering, because I always believe, and I truly believe, that there is a higher plan. God, divinity, the universe has a plan. And we go through things for a reason. But there are horrors in this world that it is hard to see the plan. It is hard to see the reasoning. It's terrifying. It's heartbreaking. And so when we speak of the Tower time, we're not speaking of the catastrophic. We are speaking of the times here where our hearts are tested, where we feel like a fish out of water. Sometimes I don't know if there's always an explanation to walk through hell. I just don't. And I will meditate upon this more and more for years to come, most likely. But this is a sense of tremendous change coming. This is a sense of tremendous power moving you forward. And it might not be where you want to be at the moment. And it might have taken you through roads that you did not want to walk. Because this could be from the past or this could be in the present. But it is showing us that we are not the same person we once were. We're stronger. We faced monsters. And we will not be diminished. We have been brought to our knees. The Tower does that. When your whole world turns upside down, the Tower does that. But there is strength. And it is learning. I always love when Spirit shows me the Tower and Humpty Dumpty, because I think they're so incongruous, but also they're so connected. So with Humpty Dumpty, it says all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Well, they never stated that Humpty was an egg. And they tried to fix what was broken through force instead of love. And that's what the Tower teaches. It also teaches stubbornness and doggedness. And it's of the heart. So it's as you celebrate this blessing, you've earned it. You've earned it because you've walked through the darkness. You've walked through the shadows. And you've been tested. And it brings you to the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is your dreams. There's a huge part here of, can I bring my dreams to this world? Can I move forward and let my heart let this shine? Spirit is saying, it is time. The Sun card, your dreams, okay? Here, the Five of Wands, there's a war going on. It's like you're doubting yourself, and then you're moving forward, and it's like, oh my gosh, can I do this? Can't I do this? You've already faced a lot of the muck and the mire, okay? If you hold your dreams away and you don't let them see the light of day, there's going to be a sense of what if, a slight sense of regret. Spirit is saying, don't just visualize, okay? And don't just dream, but live it. Walk forward in it. Change it. Change the reality one step at a time. Embrace your power one step at a time. Embrace you. And it becomes that you live your dreams because they flow so freely and fully and powerfully through your heart. They inspire you. They do. You are inspired. And it leads you to being a student of your passion, a student of what you desire. And as you change your mind, you look at things in a new light. In Buddhism, they say, come to things with a beginner's mind, okay, or with beginner's eyes. It's like, okay, what does that mean? It means to come to things as a child, without our preconceived notions, without our preconceived prejudices. It's like, come to things as if you have no idea, and discover, learn, dig deeper, gain an understanding. Because you are passionate, you are on fire with the determination to move forward in the joy, in the blessings, in the bliss that get you out of bed in the morning. And it moves you to the Empress. In the public arena, you are caring for and you are bringing forth this beautiful creative energy to love, to honor, to be inspired by. And it moves you forward towards something greater. It lets you reclaim your voice, right? Or claim a voice you never knew you had. There's a power to you. There's like iron in your spine, right? There is a power to you you didn't know you had. There's a strength to you you didn't know you had. And this isn't saying that you can't be loving and caring and nurturing and kind. This is saying to be all those things, but also to know your truth, to embrace your power, and to move forward in your determination, because you're taking the weight that has been crippling you, okay? It's like Atlas holding up the world. He isn't holding up the world for kicks and giggles. He's holding up the world because he lost. He was a titan, right? And against the Greek gods, he lost. And that's his punishment. And so here, this is what you are doing. You're saying, I do not want to carry this weight, this doubt, this fear anymore. I release it. Others, you've taken up their lessons. And here's the thing. People have to learn. They have to fall, they have to fail, they have to figure things out. And it's not nice to say, because we always want to help. And we do. We want to help, we want to ease the load, we want to make life better for everyone. But if you take away life lessons, well, you can't. If you try to take away life lessons, they just learn it later. And yes, some people bloom late in life, and that's totally cool. Each flower blooms in their own time. What is that, from Mulan, right? But this is a sense of releasing the burdens that have made living in passion, living in beauty, living in light so hard, because it's been shadowing you, because the wands have been over the head. It's been stealing the light from you. And now it is a time to fight for the heart, to see that yes, things have fallen, things have crumbled, things haven't worked out the way that we expect them to. They seldom do. Even when they come out in the positive, they seldom work out exactly the way we expected it. And we've come to a completion of a cycle. When it comes to our passion, when it comes to our truth, when it comes to our power, to our determination. There's huge lessons here. And it's time to take the wood that we have, the wands that we have, and to light them on fire, to build that bonfire so that we can see and embrace our truth. It brings you to the Five of Wands. There's the sense here, because you are crowned with the Empress, you are rooted with the Fool, and then you have the Ten of Wands and the Five of Wands. It's like there's a sense here that greatness walks with you in the public arena, but you are so used to doubt and waiting for that other shoe to drop and, questioning and questioning and questioning yourself. And there's this argument. It's like, can I move forward in passion, in beauty, in strength, in understanding, in determination? Can I embrace what I truly need, what I truly want? Or is it always going to be an argument? Is it always going to be a drama? Is it always going to be this hard? And the Fool is saying here, release, not release. Well, okay. So it's look the fears dead in the eye and say, I see you. I respect you. This is with career. There's some sort of jump here. There's some sort of power here that comes. It may not be exactly career, but it's what lights your heart on fire. It can be a hobby that you do on the side. It can be your family. You are releasing something and you are moving to the next level. Okay, this is next level energy. This is like, I see that people might say this is foolish. I see that there are doubts and that there are fears and that, I could fall and I could fail and that's life. But I have to move forward and I am on this hero's journey for me, not for anybody else, for me. And as you embrace this, you're going to think, oh my gosh, I'm foolish. But oh my gosh, you're a hero. You're the hero of your tale and you are taking control of your story, of your life. And you're going to be looking back. And you have this doubt. You'll have this mindset of, oh, I can't do this. I failed before. Oh, I can't do this. There's hurt and there's pain here. Oh, I can't do this. Somebody spoke negativity over me. But you have this, you are this student of passion, of fire, of determination. And you can look back and you can either see the doubt and the fear or the opening of the mind, the fire of the soul, and the blazing truth of your spirit. And that's going to be a choice of which one you focus on. You have the repeat of the number 5 here. All right. So 5 is a freedom number. And this is a sense of moving forward in your freedom. Things become resolved emotionally and passionately a lot more quickly than you thought they would. All right. But it doesn't mean that it happens fast. It does always happen in divine timing. You then have the repeat of the number 7. Truth is going to be astoundingly important to you. That others tell you the truth, yes, but that you also tell yourself the truth. That's going to be very important and diving deeper into spiritual knowledge and spiritual understanding. So let's see here. Let's go deeper. Sagittarius. The first 6 months of 2021, Sagittarius. The first 6 months of 2021, Sagittarius. The first 6 months of 2021, Sagittarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Ooh. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, King of Wands. Oh, I love it. As we go deeper, you become a king. The Hierophant, the Five of Cups again. Now this is for the heart. You had it before at the root of your inner self. Nine of Wands, Six of Swords, Ten of Swords. Okay. Intense? Yes. You again have the repeat of the number 5, this time with the major arcana. So actually you have the 5 3 times. So divinity is saying that this is a freeing time. This is a time of claiming your freedom, of moving forward. It's like the forgiveness brings forward the independence that brings justice and balance to the self. And that's a very powerful theme that we see here during this time, Sagittarius. And what you're doing is you're changing your mind. You have that at your root. Again, you're changing your mind, you're changing your whole entire life. So with the 5 of Pentacles, this is a pauper's mentality. This is thinking, I'm always going to be out in the snow alone. I'm never going to get to be where I need to be, where I want to be. There's sorrow, there's sadness, there's like, oh my gosh, it has been so much and it will always be so much. And this is over justice and this is over the Chariot. So this mindset, okay, this hardship, this pain, this disappointment can cloud everything. It can move the justice away. Okay, the discernments, the balance of power and understanding. It can move away the fight for what the heart desires and the prosperity and the joy of life. And it could be another battle. So this is going to be, and this isn't me speaking negativity over you, okay? This is forewarned is forearmed. There is a real need here to look at the hurt and the pain that you have been through, Sagittarius, okay? Especially when it comes to money, happiness, all right? And it's like they play on loops over and over in your mind. The hurts, the pains, the disappointments, the angers that you have been through. And it's time to stop. It's time to say enough is enough. I deserve better. Because you do. And you are so caring and so giving and so quick to help everybody else. Be there. Be there to help yourself. Because there's true prosperity here. The sun, right over the sun, is the Queen of Pentacles. Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, yes. But this is also a claiming your prosperity, a nurturing of the seed of prosperity, abundance, and bounty, and saying, this is mine. This is my truth. This is my power. And I am the queen. I am the queen of my prosperity and myself. Now, the difference between kings and queens for me is that queens I see more as behind the scenes. They don't want to tell you everything. They keep things to themselves. Kings, they are the actors upon the stage. Okay? Much more known, much more flashy, much more showy. When it comes to the prosperity, now this is wealth or something you value as much as money coming into your life, you're going to be very private about it. You're not going to want to share it with everybody right away. You might share it with only one person. Or my personal motto, 2 can keep a secret when one of them is dead, right? I always think that's so funny. So here you are embracing your passion, your power, your prosperity. You're nurturing it. It's growing with you. And then you have the heart coming in. You're a defender of your heart, of what you love, as you change your mind and you change your whole entire life. Instead of seeing the 3 of Cups, which I see as always that person that was supposed to be celebrating us, supposed to be there for us, and let us down. Failed us, walked away from us. It's kind of like, I always see it like a trust fall, but the person walked away and didn't catch you. And it hurts. It really, really hurts. But you all have behind you, and you have right here, you have the 3 of Cups, the spilt wine on the ground, the stains, the hurts, the pains, the disappointments. But behind you, you have the 2 of Cups, the minor arcana lovers card. And that's what you're moving forward with here. You're moving forward with that love, with that understanding, with the armor on, defending the heart, but slowly and steadily. And the Knight of Cups is the second slowest moving knight. So you will be a little bit frustrated with the progress because you'll want it to be faster. But just know, slow and steady wins the race. Isn't that your turtle spirit right here? Yeah, slow and steady wins the race. And that's what you're embracing. You're embracing the slow and steady progression of what you love as the chains are broken, as you move away from addictions, doubts, fears, negativity, worry. If you're like me and a very big worrier, you're moving away from having the worry rule your life. And it brings you to the King of Wands. This is you. Okay, this is you in the minor arcana. In the major arcana, you're represented by Temperance. This is you embracing your passion, embracing your fire, embracing your determination. You are regenerating yourself. You are moving forward. There is a sense of, you have the Ouroboros here with the snake eating its own tail. And that's a sense of always learning, always developing, always growing, always becoming. There's fire, there's passion, there's determination. And it it crowns your heart as you move forward in love and as you learn. Because the thing is, the king is more mature than the page, right? Because pages are students, kings are well, they're kings. And they're much more mature. And so here, there's a mature outlook because you have the happiness, but you also have the sorrow. And your life has been kissed by both. And it has been passionate, and it has been beautiful, and it has been terrifying, and it has been horrific. And because of that, you have this wealth of knowledge. You're not afraid of rolling up your sleeves. You're not afraid of getting your hands dirty. You're not afraid of going after it, of giving your all. And that is beautiful. And it moves you to the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is Taurus energy. Okay, so you have the Queen of Pentacles and you have Taurus energy here. So both of them earth sign energies. So that's heightened. And Taurus energy is April 20th to May 20th is the time frame. The keys of the kingdom are yours, if you remember that you are the King of Kings. Because remember, the Hierophant was the Pope in medieval times. Well, is represented by the Pope. And in medieval times, the Pope was King of Kings. He was the king of emperors, of empresses, of queens. He could tell them what to do, and they listened. There is power to you. Stay to your truth. Stay to your authenticity. Okay? Stay to your traditions. It doesn't have to be orthodoxy of traditions. It has to be the traditions of yourself, your soul, what you desire. Because as you embrace your truth and you stay towards this path, you change your mind and you change your whole entire life. But the sorrow comes, and that's one of the things that you fight against as a page, as that you learned to combat. The sorrow. There's like, Spirit keeps on saying ennui. There's just a sense of falling into just a bit of a melancholy. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm never going to get to where I want to be. A very nihilistic outlook. It's like, I'm never going to get to where I want to be. Why try? It's like, no. You don't know that you're never going to get there. You might have to tweak it a little bit for it to be what you want, but you are getting somewhere great. And it leads you to the Nine of Wands. It's like, as you embrace the throne that was taken from you, okay? The throne either you never knew you were supposed to have, or that you knew you were supposed to have but couldn't find. And as you claim the power of your voice, and as you move forward, releasing the hardships, the pains, the disappointments that bow you over, that make you feel like you're carrying the world upon your shoulders, like Atlas, you stop listening to the rest of the world. The Nine of Wands is like, okay, everybody has an opinion. Everybody has an opinion. And you can't listen to everybody's opinion. You have to listen to your truth, your heart, your soul, yourself. And you move forward in this light, in this knowledge. And you stand strong. You've been through the war. Okay? Living in your truth, living in your power is a war. It is a battle. And now you are stronger. And yes, you are a bit battle weary, but you are also wiser. And it's time to have these wands, act like juries and filter the energy, filter the knowledge that comes to you. Because you are wiser and stronger than to realize that, yeah, everybody's opinion matters and I should be what everybody in the world wants me to be. You'll never please anyone, let alone you. Okay? That's not a way to do it. Know your truth and move forward in it. You're taking all your knowledge, all your understanding, as you embrace your passion, okay? As you fight your battles, you have 5 of wands going into the 6 of swords, and you move forward. Is it sad at times? Yeah, it is. Change is always hard. Is it necessary? Absolutely. And it brings you to the 10 of swords. As you begin your fool's journey, as you start your hero's path, you see the swords that stabbed you in the back. The hurts, the pains, the disappointments, the angers, the upsets, the upheavals, the sense of, oh, I'll never make it, I'll never get there. And I've come to see the 10 of swords as each year a new lesson that stabs, that hurts. Some years, they're a little bit softer than others, but we can always pinpoint a really big scar or a really big lesson, a theme of that year. And this is the darkness before the dawn. But this is the knowledge turned to wisdom. As you move forward, okay, as you go after what you desire, there's going to be a sense of, I can't. And then there's going to be a really powerful sense of if not now, then when? If not you, then who? Rise into your power. A new dawn has come. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the dragonfly spirit. Truth transcends illusions. And that's what's happening during the first half of 2021. Your truth transcends the illusions of this world. It brings you to your chakra message, which is life purpose, the third chakra. You are speaking your life purpose into being. You are walking forward in your life purpose. You are ascending to your power, and you are graced by your truth. Your subconscious tarot message is the Ace of Cups. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing you a gift of love, of healing, of caring, of compassion. And it is not necessarily true that you take this gift, but you feel it. And there can be a lot of really sensitive moments, okay, during these 6 months. Moments where you feel like pains and sorrows are brought to the surface to be washed away. And you might sit there and think, no, they're brought to the surface to be more raw, more hurtful. It's like, no, they're being brought to the surface to be washed away. You can choose to keep them, most definitely, or you can choose to let them go. The Ace of Cups is a gift of the heart, of the very essence of your soul and of yourself. And I'm seeing here, if you take it. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't take it at all. It means that it isn't necessarily assured, okay? So here, as you move forward, as you're going after what you desire, you are very emotionally invested into things. And this is why it can feel like the world is a bit harsher, and because it isn't harsher or crueler. There's greatness here, and there's you stepping into greatness. But there's also a sense of balance desperately needed within yourself, within your soul, for the way that you move forward. Okay, not letting everybody's energy affect you, because your subconscious is rooted with the Ace of Cups, and it can. Everybody's energy can affect you. There can be anger, there can be upset, there can be upheaval, and this is a cleansing. This is a cleansing that can make things a little bit more sensitive, but a heck of a lot more powerful. And once you go through this cleansing, and you can do this in January, there's no time frame on it. You feel like you've just stepped into a new world, like you've become a new person, because all the baggage that was holding you back is released. The subconscious then goes deeper and brings you, the Four of Cups. Divinity is handing you this gift. Do not turn away from it, because it isn't as fancy or as shiny or as, conventionally the gift that you would want to take. And then your subconscious major arcana message is the Lovers. You are falling in love with life again. That's what the healing is all about. That's what the gift is all about. You could be falling in love, Sagittarius, easily, but you're falling in love with life again. You're falling in love with trust and beauty and compassion and understanding. And the world is opening. This is Gemini energy, May 20th to June 20th. But this is the perfect counterpart. This is embracing the duality of self, the questions of life, the passion of purpose. And this is loving your truth. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. Let us end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we move forward in peace and harmony and truth. As we move forward, knowing that we are claiming a purpose of our hearts and our souls that has been denied for too long. That the harshness, the horrors, the hurts, the pains of life, they're being eased a bit, washed away a bit, to embrace our love, to embrace our brilliance, to embrace our soul. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius.